Hi everybody, welcome back to my living room in Bredbury. This week we've got week 207 of the sing-alongs that we're doing for the Alvanley family practice, and hope you're all well, hope you're all happy. Usual format, 2 songs, shouldn't take too long, and I've got a song from 1995 firstly by a band called Mike and the Mechanics, who had a massive hit with a song called Living Years. You probably know that one. That's not what I'm going to do, but we could do that in the future. But this one's called Another Cup of Coffee, and it was from an album called Beggar on the Beach of Gold, and it's a great album. I own that, I really like it. And it's a song about a woman who gets deserted by her husband and left in the house that she's brought her children up in. It's a bit of a sad song really, and it's just like the ups and downs of some marriages, not all of course. Yeah, some are great, and so that's it, and that's 1995. And then I'm going to do a 1960 song by the late great Sam Cooke, who's one of my favourite artists, a great soul singer, wrote great songs. And the story about this one was he was on tour with his band, and they were driving across the desert basically to a gig, and they saw a group of prisoners at the side of the road breaking rocks all chained together, and they stopped and watched them, and they were impressed with how these guys were working and how they sang together. They were singing in rhythm of the breaking of these rocks as they hit them with the hammers, and they also, he said, and he was quite impressed. And the story goes is that his band went back to the tour bus and brought them loads of cigarettes and things. I'm not sure that's true, but that's the legend anyway. And it's called Chain Gang, and in it there's like a chorus runs through it where it sort of signifies the guys breaking rocks, and it goes ooh ah ooh ah. So if you can do that, that'll be great. If you could, even in my living room, it would be really effective. But anyway, yeah. So just going back to the 1995 song, Mike and Mechanics, there's a line in it. All she can do, because her husband left her, is basically have another cup of coffee, because she can't make him stay. But there's a line in it that says, as she contemplates the stain across the wall. And it reminds me of a story that some friends were telling me. I won't name them. And they'd fallen out, as people do in married lives. And my pal, who was telling me this story, said, you get silent meals, when you've done something wrong, and nobody talks at meal times. Well, he had silent no meals, because she stopped cooking for him. You won't cook him any food. And this particular night, he came home from work. He had a physical job, and he was all hot and sweaty and tired and worn out. And when he got there, his wife had a tray of like a roast dinner, potatoes, veg, gravy, meat, and it looked lovely. And he said, "Well, that's nice. Is there one for me?" And she said, "No, I'm not cooking for you. I told you that." And he was a bit naffed off. I'm not promoting violence, but he kicked the tray off her knee, and the plate spun through the air, and the contents of the dinner slapped against the wall behind her, and all started to slide down the wall, this gravy and everything. It wasn't a good moment. And what they'd forgotten, they were selling the house, and they had a viewing that night, and just as this plate hit the wall, ding dong! Yeah, you got it. The bloke coming to view the house was at the door, so they let him in and took him round the house, showed him round, and they had no time to clean this mess up off the wall. And so as they were in the living room talking, they could both see this gravy and potatoes sliding down the wall. And I think actually when the guy had gone, they sort of made it up, because they both started laughing. But yeah, and I'm not sure whether he saw the gravy and the food, and whether he bought the house, I'm not sure. But anyway, you know who you are, my friends, and obviously. And so when I sing this, and she contemplates the stain across the wall, I can't help but think of 2 veg, potatoes and gravy sliding down the wall. Yeah, so every time I do it, I always think of that. It always makes me smile. So this is Another Cup of Coffee. And she pours herself another cup of coffee as she contemplates the stain across the wall. And it's in between the cleaning and the washing that's when looking back's the hardest part of all. And she always did her best to try to please him, while he always did his best to make her cry. And she got down on her knees to stop him leaving, but he always knew one day he'd say goodbye. Where are your friends? Where are your children? Is this your house? Is this your home? Does nothing ever last forever? Does everybody sleep alone? He tears his business tax from his old suitcase as he packs away the pieces of his life. They all love him, but they always try to change him. That's what happens when a girl becomes a wife. And she pours herself another cup of coffee as she contemplates the stain across the wall. And it's in between the cleaning and the washing that's when looking back's the hardest part of all. Where are your friends? Where are your children? Is this your house? Is this your home? Does nothing ever last forever? Does everybody sleep alone? Don't look back, don't give up. Pour yourself another cup. Don't look back, don't give up. Pour yourself another cup of coffee. Don't look back, don't give up. Pour yourself another cup. Don't look back, don't give up. Pour yourself another cup of coffee. Don't look back, don't give up. Pour yourself another cup. Yeah, if I could only get the potatoes and meat and gravy out of my mind. Yeah, okay. Sam Cooke. Come on, where are you, Sam? There we go. Okay, so this is you start on ooh, ah, yeah, that's the guys breaking these rocks. Do your best. Whew. Ooh, ha, ooh, ha. I hear someone saying, ooh, ha, ooh, ha, ooh, ha, ooh. Don't you know that's the sound of the men working on the chain gang? That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. All day long they're singing, ooh, ha, ooh, ha. Well, don't you know that's the sound of the men working on the chain gang? That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. All day long they work so hard till the sun is going down, working on the highways and byways and wearing a frown. You hear them moaning their lives away, and you hear somebody say, yes, that's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. That's the sound of the men working on the train gang. Can't you hear them singing, ooh, ha, ooh, ha, ooh, ha, ooh. Well, don't you know that's the sound of the men working on the train gang? That's the sound of the men working on the train gang. Can't you hear them singing, I'm going home one of these days. I'm going home to see my woman, whom I love so dear. Meanwhile I got to work round here. Well, don't you know that's the sound of the men working on the train gang? That's the sound of the men working on the train gang. All day long they're singing, my, 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 my. My work is so hard, give me water, I'm thirsty, my, my. My work is so hard, my, 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 my. My work is so hard, give me water, oh, I'm thirsty, oh, my, my, my. My work is so hard, my, 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 my. My work is so hard, give me water, oh, I'm thirsty. My work is so hard. Ooh, ha, ooh, ha, ooh, ha, ooh, ha. Okay, thank you. That's Sam Cooke, 1960. Right, not a lot more to tell you. No, I'm still watching Manchester City. Fingers crossed for the league. Should do it, but you never know. Because when you're a long-term City fan, you always get that doubt. But we should do it. And then we're off to Wembley, aren't we, soon, for the cup final, which will be good. Manchester United are our opponents, so I'll enjoy that. That's it now. So stay well, stay happy, stay safe. Did any of you get your boosters that were, advertised? I told you I did. The chemist. So I've had my COVID booster. So just a bit of a sore arm for a couple of hours. That was about it. Okay, that's it for now. I'll see you in a week's time on here, which will be week 208. and we keep going on, don't we? So those friends of mine, I hope you watch. I think they do watch this, so you know who they are, and you'll remember the story about your gravy. God bless. See you soon.